is my first video and I'm really excited, so we're going to jump right into a bunch of my personal hair care tips. And I want to stress that they're personal because everyone has their own hair care tips and these are just mine. The first one would be to use a silk pillowcase. It took me a long time to actually get a silk pillowcase, but until then I did use a silk robe that I had lying around over my pillowcase, or if you have a silk scarf, you can use that and wrap your hair in it. Basically, what it's going to do is it's going to cut down on the damage your hair gets from tossing and turning at night, and your hair is not going to break as easily with a softer, nicer, gentler fabric such as silk, and satin works too for this, just so you know. My second tip is about brushes. It's basically a few tips crammed into one, and I will start by saying that you don't want to use a brush that often because it can be really damaging for your hair, and a lot of us don't have good brushes. A lot of them do damage our hair very often. And now I'm going to go on. It's still part of brushes, but I do want to say that you never ever want to brush your hair when it is wet. Always use a wide tooth comb for this. It's going to be a lot nicer on your hair, and it's going to help you detangle your hair better and cause less breakage. So try to always use a wide tooth comb would be my suggestion, but if you want to use a brush, do that. I personally only use a brush when I am doing hairstyles and I want to make sure that my hair looks perfect. One more thing about brushing would be to never brush from the top down. Always start at the bottom and work your way up, because then you're not just cramming all these knots into one big knot that you have to get out. You're taking out little tiny knots at a time, and that's going to help your hair a lot, and you're going to lose a lot less hair doing that. Now, my third tip is about washing. I'm going to do a video about washing and handling wet hair later because it's really important if you ask me. But for now, I will just say be really gentle with wet hair. Wash your hair gently and always give your hair a burst of cold water before you get out of the shower. What it's going to do is it's going to help close up your hair particle, which is going to help it get less damaged. So it's not hard, it's cold, but the cold water will be really good for your skin and your hair. So I suggest trying to do that. It'll only take like 30 seconds to close up the hair particle. And my fourth tip would be to take a day off heat, definitely. I'm not a big heat fan. I'm really not a big damage fan at all. But I know a lot of people do like to use heat. So if you do that, try to take at least a couple days off of straightening, curling, blow drying your hair a week, and try to give your hair some moisture treatments like hair masks or hot oil treatments. I personally do a hair mask a week, and I normally follow it up with another moisture treatment of some kind sometime throughout the week. It's a personal preference though, so I do suggest looking into it, but you don't have to. The fifth tip I think we're on would be about diet. And I know if you've watched any other YouTube hair care videos, it tells you to eat healthy and exercise, and I totally agree with that. Try and eat lots of protein, lots of omega-3, lots of fruits and veggies, and stay away from sugary, fatty, bad for you foods. You can take vitamins and pills if you want. I personally suggest doing both because then you're getting more of everything, which is always good for stuff like this at least. And make sure you drink a lot of water. A lot of water if you can. Green tea is also supposed to be really good for your hair and your skin. I drink a glass every morning. And I also have nettle tea at night. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it is supposed to make your skin really super flawless. So if you're interested in that, I do say that it works great. They are a little bit expensive in pill format, but they're totally worth it. My next tip, we're on 6 I think, would to be not to wash your hair every day. It's actually really, really bad for your hair to wash it every day because our hair tries to create these natural oils for the hair's health, and they're really good for the hair. And by washing it every day, we're taking away the oils. It's going to get our body to create the oils faster. We're going to have an oily scalp, and we're going to get to the point where we need to wash our hair every day. If you're already at that point, stop washing your hair anyways, because you will eventually get to the point where you don't need to wash your hair every day. I wash mine once a week, and it's been more than a week. It's not even really greasy right now, to be honest. I don't know if you can tell over video camera or not. But anyways, a quick word about products, I think I'm going to toss in here. You have to be really careful with your products. You can't expect them to work miracles. And you have to buy products for your hair type, definitely. And make sure you read the directions on them. That's about all I have to say on them. I'm not a huge product fan. I actually really hate them. But I might talk about it later in another video. I might not. The last tip I had for you, yes, we're finally near the end, would be to massage your scalp. Because it's really, really good for your hair. Even if you're not trying to grow it, it's going to get the blood flowing to your head, and it's going to help get the vitamins and nutrients to your hair that it will need to be healthy. So if you do scalp massages, good for you, you're already doing them. If you don't, I highly suggest it, because I give myself scalp massages and I get rid of stress that I didn't even know I had. And that's another quick thing I wanted to add was a lot of people tell you to brush your hair a lot to stimulate your scalp if you're trying to grow it. A scalp massage is a great substitute for it because you're not damaging your hair. And I'm going to start rambling soon, and I really don't want to bore you guys, so I'm going to end it right here. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to hear from you guys.